About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Hey, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
And he wants Reynolds way downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. I think a free play now for Goff. And a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and I think the D jumped. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty. Goff. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Josh Reynolds there to make the grab. Seibert on for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
The first down carried by Elliott doesn't amount to much as he'll get forward for about a couple. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's a bootleg. Blitz coming and down he goes. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks in the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And as we check the next-gen stats, that play lasted just 2.7 seconds from beginning to end. Just not enough time to throw the football. On 3rd down, Elliott. And this play doesn't work at all as he's going to be marked down behind the line after the dive. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon, and think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. Khalif Raymond now. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive as they'll take over with just under a minute left to play until the break. Now a first down throw. Goff. That is caught. Josh Reynolds. 30. 10. 5. Touchdown. Detroit. Josh Reynolds. 84 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Pollard to return from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Prescott now. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On play action, Prescott steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Taken from just outside the 30. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. On 1st down, it's gone. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. Now a timeout signal for, they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. The final shot before break here. Goff. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Final adjustments being made in both locker rooms. They are just about set to get back to football in Detroit. And for the call of the second half, we'll kick it back up to Ford Field and Brandon Gaud.
We welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaud, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. On 1st and 10, Goff. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Now Goff. And that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 2nd and 15 now. Goff. And he wants Reynolds way downfield. He's got him in. Complete. And down to the 20. A big play there for Detroit. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive. And these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Brings up 2nd down.
After the sack on 1st down, Goff flushed out right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now it's Goff. Oh, he stays up. Oh, now a strip. He loses the football. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the 3rd quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession. That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And now Prescott is going to be taken down. He couldn't get away, and that's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
So that one will be accepted. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They run out of the gun with Swift. Room here to run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good.
Now a carry for Swift. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Out of the gun, Goff. And he wants Reynolds way downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Kazin. And the Cowboys will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. 13 yards remaining on second down.
Second down.
Another try after the first down sack. Prescott out to his left. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing. Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And they're not going to get the kickoff in time. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 66 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. It's 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Josh Reynolds, 66 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Seibert on for the PAT. And that stretches the lead to 27. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Now Pollard. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On 2nd and 10, Prescott letting one fly deep for Cooper. And drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
After the interception, here's Goff. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Back to throw. Goff. And he fends him off. Oh, a strip. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. The 40. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. The Cowboys on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Prescott. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Prescott yet again. And it's caught. Touchdown. Dak Prescott with a connection to CeeDee Lamb. And the Cowboys are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the two-point try. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for two is snuffed out.
Well, partner, since this new two-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10. But they're on 17-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I'm sure the message as they come out onto the field was, hey, take care of the football, because the fumble last possession led to a touchdown. Still a three-score game.
You don't want things to start to snowball. You know, one error leads to another, which leads to another. And then all of a sudden you're fighting for your life down the stretch instead of finishing the game in style, which is what they're trying to do on this drive.
That would be a pretty amazing comeback. But we've seen crazier things happen in the National Football League.
We certainly have.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Goff. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now a play fake, and it's gone. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And incomplete on the deep ball. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Off play action. Here's Goff. They're going back to the same well. It's Hawkinson again. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. T.J. Hawkinson, 60 yards. And the Lions add on to their lead. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
The score, Lions 37, Cowboys 9.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Now Pollard. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st down, Cowboys.
They'll throw again. Prescott. Again, it's Cooper as he makes the catch. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. A 1st down throw for Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Prescott. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Goff going to throw it. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
Jealousy is an ocean, and you either float or you sink. Moment of truth, credit check, you not approved. Being a king, I'm in love with the blues. Don't start me up, I got finishing moves. Look, salute when you see me. Slid through all the commotion, it's breaking news, they got an ad on TV. Popping out on them, I'm politicking, probably in a section where you not permitted. My honey's matching my Dodger fitted, playing all goal, ain't no stopping in it. Look, salute when you see me. I bought her a CC and that was her purse. Disgusting with do for a purse. Disgusting with do for the clout. I'm one of the realest. The real ones could vouch. They thought I was done, but all that out. You gotta play my next around. Salute when you see me. Put in the car to my runner gets you speedy. Still thugging like the days when they weren't here in my CD. Made it out of the trenches. Just salute when you see me. Yeah, salute when you see me. I'm getting greedy, I blow to her budget on me, that's on me, I'm conceited.